and welcome to another exciting video. And today we'll be looking at image filters in SAS, and we'll see how we can apply those on this given image that we have. Earlier, image filters were only possible with some graphic tools. Now they are also possible with CSS as well. So here, the first thing that we'll do is we'll be applying a grayscale. Okay, so here in our styles.css file, we'll be creating the image class, and here inside this we'll be providing a filter. This is the grayscale filter that we're applying, and it takes a percentage, and the percentage is used to remove that percent of the image's color. And here we are giving it a value of 40%. And if we go ahead and save this now, you'll see that this has now the grayscale effect, and the 40% of the color has been removed from the image. We're also making use of the blur function, and we are setting the value to 2 pixels. And 2 pixels is enough to clearly make the image blur or give it a blurred effect, while still allowing the image to retain some recognizable features. Now let's go ahead and provide on hover effect as well. So here we are saying on hover of the image, the filter will be set to none. And there we go. When we are hovering on the image, you will notice the effect. So here the filter is being removed. But it would be great if we can have some kind of transition effect. So when you're hovering on the image, it should gradually appear. For that, we'll be adding a transition effect. So here we'll be going ahead and we'll be providing the transition effect over here. The transition effect, now if I go ahead and apply, it gradually fades away. It makes the hover effect a bit smoother. Now, one more effect we would like to have on our image, and that is of box shadow. But if you see the layout over here of our HTML page, so the image tag that we have over here cannot have an inset box shadow. So for that, we have kept it inside the span tag. So we'll be setting our span position to relative so that we can absolutely position an after element so that it will completely cover the image. So the first thing that we need to do is go to our style tag, and here I'll be first of all removing this style from here, and I'll be putting it over here. And next thing that we need to do is use the span tag and provide the span with position relative. There we have it. Now we have the span with the relative position. Will also be writing the after class for the span tag. So here let's say we have span after, and obviously the content over here is null, and then we'll have position as absolute, and then we'll have top, right, bottom and left set to 0, and here we'll have the box shadow effect, and then finally we'll have a transition which will have the box shadow applied. So here we have the image, the span, and let's comment this image hover for now, because we'll now have to move this to the span tag. So instead of image hover, we'll have span hover image. So when we are hovering on the span now, the filters will be taken away. And we'll also have to add the hover effect after hover effect. So here we have box shadow. So if you notice, this is the box shadow we have applied on the span tag. And here, instead of this inset 005 rem, we are setting it to 000. If I go back, you'll notice how this effect has taken place. And this effect that we have applied is also referred as vignette effect, where the box shadow is darkening the edges of the image and leaving the middle clear. And as you notice, when we had this box shadow applied over here on the span after, and we have to copy and paste it over here and only change a specific value, because this is something we cannot just go ahead and apply individually. So for box shadow, you can see that I have to put everything together and just update one value over here in the box shadow. So in this lesson, we learned how to use the filter property and apply the grayscale and blur effect to an image. We also learned how to make use of an additional pseudo element that's placed on the image parent in order to apply a box shadow on our image. And we are removing these effects via the hover, and we are using transition property for a smooth transition between effects.